Hello, hello everyone. I just got back from work and I have to do dance without dance without music. Precision 8. Yes, we keep going and we're gonna keep going. This is even if it's hard for me to keep going, but we gotta do it. And I'm happy for those who keep up with the program, but I know it's gonna kick in. But it's hard, but I'm sure that we can do it. I'm sure that I can do it. So this is precision A. It's going to be on the control. And then there's going to be a test. I don't know if I think that should be a separate one. As I said in the short that I that I did. It was kind of a busy day and I'm a little tired, but we still have to go on. This is the new coffee cup I got. Because I had the other one for like 2 years. And I hope this one works. So anyway, just for my coffee in the morning when I'm walking. So let's get into it. So what are we doing? We're gonna talk about a little bit about the control. The control was explained in former lessons. Um, this is precision 8. The last precision is my. I did a setup on precision 7, so we're still following that same setup with um with the first distance, okay? And the reason why I the reason why we have to the reason why we do them in separate things, like now I'm on control, because there's so many things that come together. Like I said before, we had the script and we scripted it, and then we had I even talked about how the hydrogen X works, and then I talked about distance, and then I talked about the the uh, the direction, and then I talked about the distance. Okay, so now this one is how the control fits in to all of that. So let's get going. I think it's gonna be a short lesson. I'm not sure, but it can go on for a while. I don't know how long it's going to be. So let's get with it. Okay, so we're in the same position as we were before. We're like right here, and if you follow all the lessons, you will see the position and the setup. So this is the same setup as precision 7. But I think I have to give you some kind of help with this one. Okay, because I already had thought about it. I already planned this. Okay, so we have, remember, everything I tell you, it's for dance without music. Okay, I'm glad that we have dance without music because it explains to you really about how to operate, how you're, I can actually say how, no, I'm not going to say body because we don't want to go there. We want to stay in the realm of how the powers that we use every day and we take for granted how they work. Okay? So now we're on precision 8. And we use the Michael Jackson Thriller dance to facilitate the information that I'm going to give, that I usually give you. But now we're talking a little bit about the physics of dance without music, of the benefits that you gain from learning about dance without music. Now, I wanted to explain. Remember, force, direction, speed. Okay, this book has force, direction, speed. Remember, there's no gravity. We took that out. If you put gravity in it, and I said this so many times, this does not exist. It's the same thing if I if I pick up this stool, okay, with hydrogen X and the things that we learned, what I use everything every day that we talk about in the class. That's why the class continues to progress, and that's why it's able to go on for 2 years. So here I am. I'm going to use the concepts that we learned from Dance Without Music to pick up this bench. But say if I didn't have any of the things that I talked about in Dance Without Music, I would just pick it up and not even know. But what happens when you come to a situation to where you have to have some kind of technique in picking up things? I mean, at work I do a lot, and I always use a technique. But then, what would you do if you didn't have the technique? Most likely, you would do it the wrong way, and it would be very hard and difficult for you to continually pick up things the wrong way. But with Dance Without Music, the things that we learn, the benefits that we get is that we know what's happening when you pick up something. So I'm here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up, but I'm going to, as far as the, let me see, as far as the hydrogen X is powerful, it's very powerful. So what I do is I find the hydrogen X and I locate it and I wait for it in order for me to pick it up. Okay, so I set the apparatus, and you remember the apparatus. Once I have the apparatus, I automatically know how to I can feel how to pick it up and what I have to do in order to pick it up. And then I pick it up. And it's picked up actually with hydrogen X. Because the hydrogen X has a direction and speed. Okay. If I'm doing windows and I go up with the squeegee, okay. But say if I want to go, we have the hydrogen X that I'm using, okay, and we know that it's not a power, it's energy, because it's correlating with the speed of me wanting to go down, which they call weight. So we have weight and we have hydrogen X. And with both of those, we have an energy, okay? And then we're going to put in the control, but not yet, okay? So here I am. So the hydrogen X is up here, okay? So I have to go higher. So what do? I have to bring the hydrogen X all the way down and then pick up this, and then I can keep going, and then I can go back up after I set it, okay? But I have to go back down, and then I can go like that. But say if I didn't know what was happening, I didn't have a clue, or I didn't have an idea. You may do it like automatically, but after a while, as time goes on, you're gonna need to know how to do that and how things work. It's just gonna happen. Even with the technology and everything, technology is very, very demanding, and as time goes on, we have to learn more about how we work, how the powers that we have work, because the powers are the only things that you are in control of. Okay? Because like if I stand right here, I'm going to stand right here and I can't move. I might get fatigued and tired and then just drop. But if I know what I'm doing, I can move. But right now we do everything subconsciously. So now we're going to take this book. So now I have the book, and it's a weight. Okay, the weight is going down. It wants to fall. I mean, that's just how it's programmed. Weight is programmed. Like I said, we call it weight, but it's really a movement, and a movement that stops. It has something that is stopped. It builds up like a pressure, and we call it weight because it stopped. Okay. So now it's more of a pressure on. I can feel the pressure here. Okay. And I guess this would have to have a pressure too. So it has a direction. It has a force, direction, speed. The direction is going to go down. Okay, that's the direction. Okay, the speed is that speed at which you saw it go down. But I can change the direction because of hydrogen X. It's a link to intelligence. Because just as this goes down, it has an intelligence, which I can say an intelligence which is programmed. And a program is a sort of intelligence because it was fixed to go down. So that's a program. So that's an intelligence. This was fixed to go down. We were fixed to go down. Okay. I'm just trying to let you understand about a program and intelligence. So if I pick up this pen, it goes down because it has a program to go in that direction at that speed. So that's intelligence. So I'm talking about intelligence because I can take my intelligence, which is hydrogen X, and I can change the speed. Okay, I can use my speed to change its speed and direction. Okay, direction, although, now watch this, you gotta really listen carefully. Now I'm gonna throw it over there, but I can choose where to throw it with my hydrogen X. And this is, I'm picking the direction. Watch this, see? But a lot of people don't think about that. So I'm picking which direction I want. So I want it here, okay? That's all I need now because I got the direction. Direction, and this is actually a plane, okay? So now I got the direction, and now I fix my direction. I'm giving it direction. I'm going to give it direction. Right now it has direction too because it's in my hand, and I'm making it stay there. So it's programmed, which is an intelligence, but I'm over that. I'm higher than that. So now I'm going to take the book. I fixed the direction, okay, because I'm going to do it that way, and I'm making the direction. Now that all I need is speed, okay. So I gave the book my speed, okay, and the power. What made it go was it already has a force. It already has force, direction, speed, but it's going down. But I just changed the direction. That's all I did was change the direction, and then I changed the speed. Okay, I changed the direction and I changed the speed. But if I keep the speed the way it is, it's just going to go down. But I'm going to change this. Now I'm going to take a different direction. Okay, I want it here. I want it to go there. Okay, so now I'm going to give it another speed. Okay, so I gave it a lighter speed. I gave it a direction and I gave it a speed. And it followed until my program didn't last anymore. Till its force, direction, speed took over, because it continually has force, direction, speed. So that's actually what made it move. I mean, but I offered it a force. I mean, I offered it a direction. Okay, remember, I'm just giving okay, I gave it direction. I just given it speed. Okay. And then it already has force. I'm giving it direction and speed, and it already has a force of its own. So that's going to make it move. So what I'm saying is that I changed its direction and speed for this amount of time. I changed just the direction and speed. So now we can go on to the next thing. So now we have the control. Remember when I said you put the control, you script, okay? You script the control. And remember I said to look on your face, and how you can see the control, you can feel the control. So I'm going to script the control. And this is an extension from Precision 7. I script the control. And I'm going to use everything that we already learned, but I'm not going to explain it. I script the control. When I script the control, remember it has force, direction, and speed. I'm going to load I'm going to load the control in the vertex, okay? And then I'm going to lift it, and then I'm going to transfer the control. Okay, it's on the half floor, and I'm going to switch it to the retro set, okay? But the control, let me see something. Okay, now I have the control loaded, okay? Then loaded in the half floor. And my big thing is like balancing, okay? I'm going to lift it up, okay? Watch, and then I'm going to move it to the retro say, and move it back, and bring it back, okay? And you can do it with this one now too. Okay, so I loaded the control, and it has the instructions, okay? And I can pretty much do what I'm possibly can do with my conditioning with the control loaded, okay? So it's control. It's loaded, I'm lifting it. It's much different from just saying lift, do this. I'm not saying just do this. That's the big deal. The big deal is you're doing this and you're seeing what's happening and how things work. It makes a big difference. Okay, so I'm going to lift it. Okay, I'm not going to say how to do next because we're on control now. These are all things that work together. So now I'm just going to talk about the control. So I have the control. I did a script. And that was the script. But say if I don't have a script, I'm not going to put the script in. I'm just going to do the control. So I'm going to lift it, put it in the retro say, and back in the half floor, and back down. Okay. So let's go through the steps as we said in the what I'm going to do is just do like a kick, okay? Okay. It's going to be a kick. Okay, so the thing that makes it the most interesting is that I'm in control of it the whole time. I still need more conditioning, but that's the point I want to make. When I lift it, and one thing which I didn't realize, that I put the control in here first, okay, to lift it, okay, and then it went from here to there, okay. So let me try again. Okay. Okay, so like right now, let me tell you where it's at, okay? So the control is here. It's, oh, I can't say here. I'm gonna say the control is in the piso, okay? The control is in the piso. So I can move it, but I'm not just moving it, I'm controlling it, okay? I'm controlling it with what conditioning that I have. They're tired, but I'm still doing it, okay? So now if I want to load the half floor, I can go into the half floor and load the half floor. And now it's in the half floor. And then I can put it in the retro say right there. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I don't know if there's anything else. The only thing that's hard with this lesson is that you have to understand what I'm doing, okay? But you would understand if you know the control. But my problem is that I know there's a lot of people who are not in this lesson. So anyway, we still have to go forward. So the next thing I'm gonna do is the test on Dance Without Music. Okay, this is kind of a shaky lesson because it's so intricate, but it had to be done. So anyway, the next one is going to be the test on Dance Without Music. Thank you very much.